Thank you. All right, how should I close? How should I close? I saw the rapper Redman do that live in concert, and I was like, I don't want to start a show any other way. That was awesome. Except he went in the concert, made us chant Jersey, and at the end of the chant, he just goes, "That's where I'm from," and then he just like a little... He goes into one of his old numbers. Does anyone want to guess my home state? All right, Langston said it. I am from New Jersey. A cool thing is happening in New Jersey right now. It's changing a lot. New Jersey is undergoing this thing called white flight. White flight, if you're making the same mistake I did, is not like a Pokemon move or new Gatorade flavor or something. White flight means that the white people of the state of New Jersey are leaving in droves, and I assume moving to more fun white people places, like Nashville. This is real. If you're white, I don't know why you're not in Nashville right now. I don't understand. I've never seen a video of white people in Nashville and they're not having the best time. I don't know. I was reading this article about white flight, and the article went on to say this old man, this like old native of his neighborhood of New Jersey, and he was talking about how the demographics of his neighborhood had changed. And he was saying, you know, when I was growing up in this neighborhood, there was just a bunch of Jewish people and Italians everywhere, and now it's just brown people. Yeah, right? What a fucked up thing. Because I'm one of those brown people. I wanted to be mad at him, I really did, but I feel like we should give like way more leeway to old people experiencing large-scale demographic change. That's so jarring, dude. I'm from Bombay, India originally. If I went back to Bombay today and there was a bunch of Jewish people and Italians everywhere, I'm not gonna take that in stride. I'm gonna be like, this neighborhood is changing! Like, I'm not gonna be chill about it. I am from India originally, which is very fun. Growing up in India was really cool, because by the time I was growing up, we had a lot of like cultural overlap with the West. We were starting to get all of like the TV shows and like all. So I grew up with a lot of the same like children's books. Your Dr. Seuss's, your Roald Dahl's. But a weird thing happened with a lot of those books. So in India, we had two versions of all those books. We had standard English editions of those books, and we had the national language of India, Hindi versions of those books. Except some of the English versions of those books were not like direct English editions, they were translated versions of the Hindi versions of those books. So I got a lot of weird fucking books growing up. Like I got a weird version of Green Eggs and Ham. Do we know Green Eggs and Ham? Yeah? Green Eggs and Ham, you gotta nail the fucking language of for that book to make any sense. You gotta hear that guy be like, I do not want green eggs and ham, I do not want them Sam I am. For that book to make any sense. I got a version of that book where the guy was just like, I do not want breakfast, sir. I do not want it in the room, I do not want it with the dog. I was like, this book makes no sense. Why is this turkey green? Like, it doesn't, it didn't compute to me at all. Another life development, I have a girlfriend who I love very much. It's very cool. Thank you. My girlfriend is quite a bit taller than me, which is fine. I'm fine with that. I truly don't care. But I met her family recently, and she is the youngest of 4 brothers who are all like 6'4" minimum. That's crazy to do to me. That's a nuts thing. Here's the thing, I'm confident in how short I am, but when I hang out with her family, I feel like the raccoon in Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, when we hang out together, I make sure to enter rooms first so they think people think they're my henchmen. We go to Chipotle and I'm like, bring me the Batman! You know, like, it's just fucking... I don't know. That's cool. I've been thinking a lot about social media recently. I think it could be used for like a lot of good things as well as a lot of bad things. Like recently on like my Facebook and my Instagram, a thing was happening in New York where the cocaine was very dangerous. It was like laced with a lot of stuff, and I saw a lot of people like make posts about that. That were like, hey, we're hearing a lot of stories that the cocaine in New York is bad right now. We're hearing that it's laced with a lot of stuff. If you're doing cocaine in New York, please be safe, please abstain. And I was like, good, I think this is a good, responsible use of social media. I have one problem with it. I don't know if there's gonna be like a similar social media campaign to let me know when it's okay to do cocaine in New York again. Like, I don't know if there's gonna be people sharing stuff on their Instagram stories like, the coke in New York is great right now! If you're doing cocaine in New York, do it right now, it's the best it's ever been! It's the best it's ever going to be. I don't know, it's fun. I was reading this book about Jesus recently, not the famous one, another book. about Jesus. And it was about how not a lot is known about Jesus' like later years. They're not necessarily covered in the Bible. And the book was offering a bunch of hypotheses about how he might have spent his time. And one of the hypotheses was that he might have traveled as far east as India and discovered the spirituality there and used that as a basis for his own spirituality. And I read that and I was like, so Jesus was white. Jesus. And not just like regular white, like Julia Roberts, Eat, Pray, Love white, dude. Do people know this video game Call of Duty? I've been thinking about it a lot, yeah? What a weird fucking video game, dude. Why was I 13 deploying into Afghanistan? What the fuck? Why was that a normal game for me to be playing? I was just a boy being sent to fight in a war. I don't know. Here's the thing. My main problem with those video games is that they're clearly marketed towards children. They're clearly meant for children to play them. And I think it's super fucked up that there exists stuff to make war seem fun for children. I don't think that should exist at all. Because it's a kid's video game. I think objectives in kids' video games should be like fun kids' video game objectives. Like, I think it should be stuff that's like, help the wizard solve the puzzle, or like, run the race the fastest. It shouldn't have objectives that are like, destabilize the region! Like, what the fuck? All right, thank you, everyone. That was my time.